So for those who follow me on Instagram, you'll know that a bird has basically crapped on my car every day since I washed it last Sunday. It's now Saturday. In fact, they've done it 8 times in 6 days. Today we're going to be taking a quick look at a car that is absolutely peppered in bird bombs, and we're going to be taking a quick look at the AutoGlym Reflow. So AutoGlym sent me this package out. It's Reflow, it's professional use only, and inside here there are 5 thermal transfer packs. Here they are, and basically you just stick these over where you've had some bird etching in the paintwork, and apply hot water to them, or cold water. I can't remember, I'll have to read the instructions, but basically the water activated, they heat up, I imagine a bit like a muscle heat pack that you would use, and it helps sort of the lacquer, I imagine, just to flow and level itself out again. First of all, though, we need a car to be tested on. One of the neighbours says he's got a poor car at work that just gets absolutely neglected. It's a 19 reg T-Roc, and I've just took some before shots of it, and yeah, it's probably never been washed. It gets parked under a tree, so there's leaves and debris all in the scuttle panel and everything. It is absolutely covered in bird crap as well. So yeah, it's a lot worse than I expected it to be. It's got all mud in the arch, so we're gonna have to give it a quick clean first. So this was just gonna be a bit of a review video, but it's actually gonna be like a full detail video, and I'll probably need a full weekend on this now. So yeah, we'll take a quick look at some of the befores and give the car a quick wash before we try using them. So as you can see, the car's quite a state then, and first of all, just going to rinse all the lower parts of the car with some all-purpose cleaner. In this case, it's the AutoGlym Green Star, and there's going to be a hell of a lot of rinsing going off. Now, as you can see, the arches are just absolutely caked in mud. So we're going to blast as much of that out with the extension bar on the pressure washer. So as you can see, there's absolutely tons of mud in these arches. On a positive, at least they're not carpeted, and all the arches are plastic lined, so yeah, the mud is coming off quite easy in nice big chunks. It's just a case of blasting them off there, just to knock it all off and just basically keep rinsing until the water runs clear, really. So with all the arches clean then, it's onto a contactless wash on the wheels and tyres. At this stage I'm still thinking all I'm doing is basically cleaning the car ready to test the etching removing product and not giving it a full detail, which it turns out that's what I end up doing. So here I'm using the AutoGlym reactive wheel cleaner along with the Green Star on the tyres as well. As I say, it's a contactless wash, so spray all 4 wheels, leave them for about 5 minutes and then just blast them clean with the pressure washer. So with the wheels clean, then I went around again with more Koch Chemi Green Star and just spray that over basically the entire car. Wherever there was bird droppings, it got sprayed, and I'll tell you, it was on every single panel. I'll say owner, but the guy who drives this car for the work, he did also mention there's tree sap everywhere, so I'll pretty much do coat the entire roof with this as well and let it sit on there. As you can see, every single panel is covered with Green Star here. To help that dwell a bit longer as well, I apply a nice thick layer of Auto Smart Ultra Mousse, and this is stupidly thick. Not what I would normally use on any normal car, but just to give it much longer dwell times, to try and really soften up some of those bird droppings. Some of them are absolutely massive. It almost looks like a cow has just squatted over the car and dropped his guts. But yeah, we'll get onto the wash stage in a moment. So before moving on to a contact wash stage, obviously I want to try and blast off as much of these bird droppings as possible, and that's what you can see me doing here. So I've got quite a wide nozzle on there. The green nozzle's not too bad. I think it's about 25 degrees off the top of my head. So it's not really going to cause any damage to the paintwork, but just blast as much of those bird droppings off there before moving on to this contact stage here. So after a thorough rinse to make sure all the suds and any more bird droppings are removed, I went around with the Carchem Iron Detox and sprayed this again all over the lower parts. In fact, again, nearly every single panel, as I said, there's some tree sap on here, so I was using this to get rid of any iron, any fallout, anything on the car. And then once again, this is pretty much the final rinse. The waterboard must have thought there was some sort of leak on this day. I must use a lot of water, cleaning all of the mud and bird crap off of this car. And as you can see, here is some of the etching. The bird droppings have been left on sort of 3 to 6 months, and some really bad damage. Right, so that's car all clean then, and as I say, AutoGlym sent out this pack then. So this Reflow pack has 5 little sachets like this in there. Basically, it's like almost a muscle heat pack. You add some water to a lime, wait for it to activate about 60 seconds, and then leave it on a panel. You'll also get included a couple of sticky tabs to help obviously secure this in place. If you're putting on a vertical panel, then you need to leave it for about 60 seconds on a flat panel first, such as a bonnet, and then just press it up against the etching area basically. And the idea is, I think it's supposed to warm up the clear coat, and then hopefully it just flattens itself out. I know people have used similar methods like with a hairdryer or something in the past. So yeah, we'll give this a try and see if it works. It's also worth noting, this is a professional use only product. I don't know if it's going to come to the general public at any point. So yeah, if you're wondering why you can't see these in the likes of Halfords and whatnot, that'll be why. It is a professional use only application. So once you've added the water, I was kind of like breaking those little sections up on the inside. I don't know if you have to, but I must say this stuff gets very hot very quickly. I nearly burnt my fingers actually. See me drop this down onto the bonnet. Also, it smells like burnt scale electrics, if you remember those as a kid. So yeah, make of that what you will. I quite like the smell of it, and you can hear those little pellets or whatever it is that's inside this. You can hear those crackling away as it is working, and there's a lot of steam come out of this pack as well, so it shows it is a very, very hot product. Right, so it's been half an hour now. I've left the packs on there and just watched the Formula 1 qualifying whilst that's been happening. I think it's improved the etching a bit. I don't know if it's because it's German paint and it's a bit harder. You can still see the outline where it was, so it's not done, like, it's not 100% perfect like I was kind of hoping. But that being said, the bird crap has been sat on there for at least 3 months. So really, really bad etching, just to give you an idea as to how bad that is. Softer paint, I'm not sure if it would work a lot better. Have kept a couple of these packs to use in the future, see how it works, and see if it has any different effects on, as I say, on softer paintworks as well. So yeah, this video was supposed to be just testing them out. However, the car was in such a mess anyway. I know everybody loves these transformation videos, so I'm just going to give the car a quick wipe down to get rid of any water spotting on the outside, because I've literally just washed it and let it dry itself, just so I can use these etching packs, these reflow packs. So yeah, we're going to give the interior clean. I'm not going to go too overboard. As I say, it's a poor car, it doesn't really belong to anyone. I'm just going to spruce things up a little bit. So because I let the car dry naturally, there was some watermarks left on the car, so I'm getting it a wipe down here with the Auto Fanatics 007 Gloss Enhancer Quick Detailing Spray. Also adds a little bit of protection as well, just really bringing some of the shine back to the black paintwork of this car really. Oof, look at that shine there. So with the Formula 1 qualifying being delayed due to rain, I decided to spend an hour or so just tackling the interior. So just removing the loose debris first, then removing the mats out to give them a thorough clean later on. Yeah, we just basically try and tidy this up a little bit more. So nothing too deep on this, just make it a bit more presentable. I've cleaned the outside, might as well give the inside a quick go over. Right, so there we have it then. That's a 1-year-old T-Roc, all cleaned up and looking a whole lot better now. Yeah, get rid of all the mud in the arches and gave the interior a quick clean over as well. As I said, it is a poor car, so it's just a case of sprucing things up a little bit inside and generally getting things to look a little bit better than they did before it got dropped with us. So yeah, I think this car will probably be back with us at some point. If you'd like to see this again on a more thorough deep clean, it'll probably end up in just as bad condition, because apparently it ends up down single lane dirt tracks and all of that jazz. Yeah, chances are it's going to get muddied up to its eyeballs here. So if you want to see it back on the channel, just leave a comment in the description below. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, then please make sure you smash that like button. And if you're not subscribed to this channel already, please do consider subscribing. It really does help us out. Also check us out on Instagram as well. We're on there at Detailing Mode Official. I'm on there as Randomly Set. And yes, we'll see you in the next one.